Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 24th. We're going to jump right in here, Sagittarius, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And that'll be that. So let's see here. You have this wolf card. It says authenticity on it. It has, I think this is like the second or third time, actually, that wolf card has shown up in these readings. So I think that the whole authenticity thing right now for most people is that the universe is just saying, it's not saying like be authentic, although that's always a good idea. I think it's more the universe saying be authentic to yourself. Like what do you want your life to look like? What kind of changes do you want to make? And as long as you're being authentic to yourself, I really feel like the universe is going to like get out of your way. I feel like people don't understand like just how how much we can create right now. Especially Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is like manifestation on steroids. The problem is like getting there is a mystery. And we literally see that right here. You have the moon showing up in your reading. So it's like our path, our journey to manifesting what we want is like maybe a little bit unclear. So you have this wolf spirit. Again, it says authenticity. And I would definitely focus with this energy. I want to see what this next one is too. You have the sea turtle. It says stability on it. So I feel like and you have the Four of Pentacles here, card of stability. So if you are focused, I feel like it will create more stability in your life. You have the Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in this row. This right here, very stuck, right? Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. That's like a lot of worries, a lot of fears, thinking that you're stuck. This direction here, going down to the Seven of Swords, is actually pretty good. A lot of people don't know that the Seven of Swords is actually a good card. It can represent lying, cheating, stealing, but he's just doing things a different way. He is stealing those swords from an army that is back here on the card, so that he's not, he is being tricky. He is sneaking away from a situation here, Sagittarius, but it really kind of says that he is doing things differently. Instead of clashing, instead of going head on with an army, he is stealing the swords. He's beating them in a different way. And I kind of feel that for you. I feel that there could be an opportunity for you to overcome an obstacle, or just, it doesn't even have to be an obstacle. It could just be that you're trying to be successful in business or in a relationship. And the Seven of Swords just says, be open to other ways of doing things. Same thing with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is like being too close to a problem, not seeing other solutions. So that's what I would say there. You do have the Three of Pentacles, which is like a card of teamwork. Not only that, she has polka dots on her cloak on the Three of Pentacles. He has polka dots on his cloak on the Seven of Swords. The polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously and needing to have more fun in your life. So I definitely would have more fun. But the Three of Pentacles, you have two cards here that kind of really represent teamwork as well. So, there could be someone who wants to help you be more successful, or there could be someone who has better ideas. This is like a little bit of a stuck energy, these first two rows. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something, not seeing that there's other ways of doing things. Eight of Swords in the second row, same thing. Next, you have this cross-pollinate card. This card, I feel like, is saying mixing two ideas together. This card, it says Gemini on it. It's a Gemini card. I just feel that it's saying getting someone else's perspective, it could be a Gemini, or just seeing other ways of doing things will be very beneficial for you here, Sagittarius. So I feel like teamwork, working together with other people would be really good for you right now. In this row, you have the Six of Cups, the Temperance card, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is like analysis paralysis. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of overanalyzing things, and the Eight of Swords is a card of being very stuck. So I feel in a lot of ways that this is talking about analysis paralysis. And sorry, I felt like something touched my neck. So I don't know. That might mean something to some of you. But anyway, I feel that this could be like analysis paralysis, over analyzing something, looking too deeply into something. A lot of fear here as well. Two sevens. You have two sevens right here on the bottom. Two sevens are internal fears that don't exist. And the Nine of Swords, a lot of fears. But you have a lot of good cards as well. Both of your tea leaf cards here are pretty good. They both represent like success. And you have the Six of Cups as well, which is like a turnaround. This to me kind of really says that you can turn any situation that you desire into something much better. You have your card, the Temperance card, literally turning a negative into a positive. And you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a gift from the universe And usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround. It is just simply an improvement, or things in our lives improving, beyond what we could imagine. So I do feel like there are some improvements coming in for you here. I would definitely say, like, again, if you have anyone who has different ideas than you in life with that cross-pollinate card, might be a good person, like a childhood friend with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups could be a soulmate, but, like our brothers, our sisters, our aunts, our uncles, our parents, they are also our soulmates. So it could be any soulmate that, not just love with the Six of Cups, but I really feel like there could be people that want to help you, but you're going to have to ask. You're going to have to ask for help, especially if you're stuck with this energy. This is a pretty simple reading. Again, I feel like you're saying you're bumping up against an obstacle. Here's how to turn it around in your life. Well, actually, I'm going to pull an extra row for you just to get more details. But you have this leg card. It says stepping into a new experience. Then you also have this bag card. It says something important, such as a new job or a raise. So it's like clearly a new experience, something new is like a new job or a raise, or something that's going to increase your bag is coming in for you with this energy. You have the Nine of Swords, the Moon, and the Seven of Swords. Definitely very fearful energy. Literally, all three of those cards can represent fears. So I would be careful of being controlled by your fears with the Moon. I kind of feel like something is coming in, like, to save the day at the last minute. There is, like a little bit of an energy here of kind of like a last minute thing coming in for you. Imagine, like, you really need money to pay for some bills or something like that. This could be a job that comes in at the last minute. You have two cards in the middle here. The Three of Pentacles. He represents needing to ground something in reality. He needs to step down. See how he's standing on this bench here, Sagittarius? Not only that, there's a fire triangle up here and a water triangle up here pointing down the water triangle. And it kind of says that, things are good. This is a card of quality work. He's done a good job growing those, creating those pentacles. But the water triangle says there's something more. That his life could be better. He could be grounding something in reality. It's like he needs to complete the job. And the Moon also can represent needing to, kind of like pull something down to earth, needing to make something more of a reality. So again, very simple reading. I do feel in a lot of ways it's saying that something needs to be kind of more brought into this reality, but it's going to require some work with that Temperance card. I almost see this as like wax. It's almost like you have to wax something to make it shinier or something like that with that Temperance energy. I feel like pulling two more of these at the end, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to pull an extra row for you. You have this ladder card. It says climbing towards success, and you have this axe which says forces working against you. I kind of feel like you feel like, imagine if you had a ladder and someone was standing under it chopping at it with an axe. I kind of feel like you feel like that. That's a great example of probably how you are feeling at this time with those two cards. I feel like you feel like every time you go up, it's like something is taking out the bottom, and you're dropping back down. That's kind of how I'm seeing that energy. Let's clarify this and see where this is going, Sagittarius. You have the King of Pentacles. Same old story on the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the card of convention. He kind of represents the way things have always been done, and he can represent things always being the same. And I feel like this is what the story that you are trying to escape, especially in this top row. I feel you are trying to get away from the repetitive kind of story that you've been living. That's how I would say that. Next, you have the Two of Wands, definitely needing to take a leap of faith away. He is standing at the top of a castle here, and there's a village right here in the corner. It's kind of hard to see, but he needs to leave his comfort zone, basically. He needs to do something new. He needs to do something different. So you have that leg card, which literally says stepping into a new experience on it. So I feel for a lot of you, really your solution to where, if you are stuck anywhere, is to kind of do something new. It's like the universe is trying to take you from one pond to another. Or it's like, I feel like the universe is trying to take you from the pond to the ocean is what's going on here. It's like you're becoming a big fish. You're no longer a minnow, right? So I feel for some of you, that's what I mean by kind of like leaving a comfort zone, or moving towards a new comfort zone. Yeah, and you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is definitely a card of leaving a comfort zone. It can represent waiting for the perfect moment to do something when there never will be a perfect moment. There's a lot of overthinking here in this reading, especially this bottom row. Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Three of Wands. It's almost like this reading is saying you're ready for something great. Three of Pentacles, which is a great card of putting in the work, being successful, making something happen, really trying to make something happen as well. So it's like there's a lot of success for you, but I feel like you have to take the leap of faith, Sagittarius. It's, like I said, it's a very simple reading. I also feel like the Temperance card is your card showing up here. Temperance is very important, a very good card, but it's like a card of making something happen. He is like pouring the water back and forth between the two cups. He is, practicing something. Some sort of action is what I would say here. Definitely time for a leap of faith, though. Again, I feel like this is a short reading, but again, I'm not going to like just babble on and talk about nothing. So we're going to end this here. There will be a part 2 where we're going to clarify. The link for part 2 is linked up down below. So make sure to watch part 2. But that's that. Pretty interesting. We're going to have to see where this goes. So thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.